It provides a sensation of flight that you can't get any other way. We love showing you the latest and greatest in tech here on LTT, but this isn't one of those videos.
Instead, we're giving you a show and tell of sorts, showcasing some of our own staff's most prized tech.
Giving you story behind each piece in their own words.
Right after some more words from our sponsor, Pulseway. Pulseway is a remote monitoring and management tool that we use ourselves here at LMG. You can control all your Windows, Mac, and Linux machines from one app. Try it for free at the link below. Today I brought the Sega Dreamcast. I feel like it was $199 or $299, I'm not sure which. We've got 4 controller ports. This was popularized by the Nintendo 64, but around the back, what's this? It's a modem. A 56K modem. And it's detachable. It just comes right off. They sort of released a broadband adapter, which is like a 10 megabit per second Ethernet adapter. They released more of them in Japan, but very few in the US. AV output, and there's a serial port back here. Basically, you could have it communicate between the 2 games. You have the Dreamcast and you have the Neo Geo Pocket version of the game, and you could transfer data back and forth. It was actually the way that pirates first began dumping games. You could just pipe it out with composite if you have it on your TV, but that would look like ass. Otherwise, you can get a box like this. This is a Toro. On the back here, there are switches, and one of these switches lets you switch between 480p, which is normal VGA, and 15 kilohertz RGB, which is basically 480i, because not all games support 480p. If the game you're playing does not support 480p, power off the console, flick the switch, then power it back on. It's an enormous pain, yes, but it's less of a pain than it could be, which is you don't get to play those games. This is a open source scan converter, or Ossc. What it does is it takes signals like VGA or component or SCART and upscales them and spits them out via HDMI. This abomination, it's kind of like a proto Xbox controller. This is a bad analog stick, and it always has been bad and always will be bad, and there's no rubber or anything like that, it's just plastic. This D-pad is also bad. In the back here, we've got 2 slots? Yeah. So this is a memory card. This is a third-party one that has 8 pages, so I can flip between them with this little button here. It has saves on it going back as far as the year 2000, when I bought it, which is kind of mind-blowing. This one here, though, this memory card is special. It is what Sega kind of banked on as far as the Dreamcast's killer app. It's actually a little console. You can load little games onto it, like Chow Adventure from Sonic Adventure here, and you can also manage your files with it. And if you wanted to, you could plug 2 of them together and transfer files between them. It was the most successful video game launch, like console launch, in history up until that point. And then the PS2 happened. And then Sega left the market. Out of all my consoles, the Dreamcast has a special place in my heart because not only was it the first one that I bought with my own money, it was also the first one that I modded in any way. The long story short is that you can run software on the Dreamcast that was not published or licensed by Sega. Emulators, MP3 players, you could run DivX video players, and that was the first kind of like spark that I had that like I could tinker with things that weren't meant to be tinkered with. And I think that's really special. Okay, I don't think I ever took the time to get good at this level though. They did a partnership with Soap Shoes. Yeah, there's soap ads. One thing about Dreamcast games, most of them ran at a high resolution and most of them ran at a high frame rate.
I brought you my MacBook Pro that I got in like 8th grade. This MacBook is the computer that I first started streaming on. It's also what I edited my rig reboot on.
Introducing my PC, a gateway to the past. Found in the garage of a repossessed house.
Which kind of, got me more popularity with streaming, YouTube, literally everything I'm doing right now is sort of because of that video, and LTT in general.
Yeah, well, that coupon code is for a discount
You
on
say
cable
coupon? It's coupon! The U comes after the O!
Love you guys. This stuff is just random stickers people gave me, and I was like, I'm gonna put him on my laptop. These are Egbert. Egbert is my little egg character. He wears a bunch of different hats. This is a little cutout of the bird that Linus drew on the lens of my Rig Reboot monitor. And I was like, okay, I need to sticker that. So I put it on this bad boy because this is where Rig Reboot started. I have definitely dropped this laptop a lot and ran into walls with it, and
But there's literally a sticker saying "Do not drop." Is that a lttstore.com?
yeah, it is LTC. But there's part 2 coming for those. Different stickers, new stickers, better stickers. The ports are a little,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term,
They're not square anymore.
No, they aren't. So sometimes I spit on it and then put it in and it works, and I'm like, I don't know why, but it works. So it charged the computer, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure this is from dropping it down the stairs. And then also I was at school and holding it, and then I couldn't see past the screen and I walked into a pole. It still works. You can still shove an Ethernet cable in there, surprisingly. Some of the keys are sticky too, because at one point Sprite got knocked on the computer. Then there was chocolate milk. Then there was orange juice.
Well, is there anything else you want to show us about it?
These are chicken sticks from Costco. Oh my God, they have garlic, chili pepper seasoning on them. Oh, they're so good.
Today I brought in my Yeet Mule. This is a 5-inch or 6-inch freestyle quadcopter that's running a DJI digital transmission system. Also, it says Yeet on the bottom. And it's the first drone that I built from the frame up, and I put it through hell. It's seen its fair share of dirt and walls and power lines and trees and grass. This one has seen a ditch. It hit the ground so hard the battery ejected. I spent just under 700 Canadian dollars on this build. I enjoy both flying drones, and I do use the video for some things. The video that comes out of this is incredible. If I wanted to add lights or have it open a claw arm and drop something, it's all something you can do. Drones are just like building computers. Once you're in the goggles, it provides a sensation of flight that you can't get any other way. It corners and accelerates like nothing you've ever seen. I've been to drone races, but I've never actually done any drone racing. Over here is actually a grid, and you can connect to other pilots' channels. So if you're just a spectator, you can watch exactly what the other pilot sees. And you can just change the channel if someone else is in the lead, right? It's the ultimate spectator sport. You just sit there in your lawn chair and you goggle up.
I'm bringing you my whole life. It's a Leica MP film camera, and also paired with that is the Leica Nautilus 50mm f1 lens from 1975, which is super big aperture. So the aperture is control how much light that's hitting on the sensor or the film.
So you get that sweet bokeh.
Yes. I spent $5 Canadian on this lens. It's crazy expensive, but never regret it. This thing right now, it probably worth $10 US. Probably not ever gonna sell this.
Did you have to justify it to your wife?
That was before I got married.
See, this is the only way.
Which I can show you the inside. There's nothing, there's no sensor.
So it's all mechanical.
It's all mechanical. The only electronic part is the light meter. There's not that much of electronic in this.
Can it run without a battery?
Yes, then you don't have the light meter, and that's all.
And that's it.
And you can still shoot with this camera. For shooting digital, I don't really care. But for shooting film, especially on Leica, I think before I press the shutter.
So you develop your own film?
Yes.
Is that a sous vide?
Yeah, for C41, which is the color negative film, the temperature has to be staying around 38.5 degrees. Otherwise, you're creating more grainy film or color shifts.
What do you like about Leicas?
The build quality is super high. It took me at least couple years to track this one. I actually drove all the way to Seattle just to pick up this camera. Got this in Japan, too bad they discontinued it.
Yeah, so film is getting rarer, isn't it?
Yeah. This expired around 2 years ago, but still, I put it in the fridge. I have a half drawer full of film.
So do you know what a Segway is?
Maybe Anthony can tell you about our sponsor.
Privacy lets you shop online with virtual credit cards that offer way more security and control than conventional cards. Have you ever signed up for a free trial and then forgotten about it only to find charges on your account for a subscription service you never really wanted? Well, with Privacy.com, you can create a new card just for that trial. All you do is designate a card to be single use and set the monthly spending limit to $1 so companies actually cannot charge you, even if you forget. We've partnered with Privacy to do a giveaway on an Alienware R15 R2 laptop. To enter, just click the link in the description and sign up for a privacy account. Use that same email when entering the giveaway and you're all set. You must be 18 years or older and be a US resident to enter, unfortunately. I wish it was in Canada. Good luck.
Well, that's it for Show and Tell. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. No, seriously, I hope you enjoyed it because I was on vacation all this week and I haven't seen any of this and I had nothing to do with it. If you guys like these types of videos, you'll probably enjoy our Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade series where certain people on staff, actually we're hoping everyone eventually, knock on wood, get $5,000 for an extreme tech makeover from Intel. And it is, man, it is amazing how much you learn about someone when you give them a shopping spree. We've done Colton, Dennis, Riley. Oh, David, one of our camera operators, is coming up soon. The guy has a $2,000 webcam as part of his setup. Who does that? Oh yeah, so go check that out. We're gonna have it linked below.